Hello everyone and welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns. So today we have the Ocarina of Time Randomizer Season 9 tournament with the quarterfinals game 3 match between juwk and Nopons. So today on commentary we will have Melqui and UIT Guy, and on tracking we will have Siberian and Luke Fliegen. So thanks everyone and have a great race.
Hey, welcome everyone. We have, I think this is our final quarterfinals match of S9. Is that correct?
I believe so.
Okay. So yeah, looking forward to this. juwk and Nopons, both phenomenal players. We have kind of a fun little start today. Light arrows in our pocket, so eliminating a lot of path hints that we might otherwise not want to see. Starting with a stone, though, and Serenade. Serenade, kind of mixed bag as far as value, but anything you're hoping to see this seed, IT Guy?
I'm on all dungeons. I'm just going to toss it out there. Just put Nocturne on AD. Let's just get it over with.
Oh, no. We do have a French restream. I'm not entirely sure if it's Say or Pappy Grant, but those are the two that I saw in the race room. Or Aosuna, according to this. Okay.
Yep, we are getting a cool little password there, and child start. Where will all child start be?
Okay.
That is CAC.
Yep, that's Cap, and Nopons skipping the crate chicken on the way out.
Oh.
Kind of interesting. Back in the day when it was 7 chickens, you would kind of do these 3 chickens in one swoop and come back to them later half of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's just 3. So both runners, if there is anything on this check, they're just gonna get it. And nothing.
And Andrew is very happy that we helped her with her allergy.
Yeah.
Why she has that? Why she has chickens if she's allergic? I don't know. Oh. That's a gross magic meter on 50. And a bow on 40.
40. I mean, neither of those are items that you would traditionally rush skulls for.
Right.
But I would say I might rush 20 faster in this kind of seed. Don't take recommendations from me. I'm bad, but that's how I would play this, so we'll keep an eye out if they seem kind of pressed to get more skulls earlier.
Yep. I would say you rush skulls until you don't need skulls.
Hovers on 20.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I wouldn't go out of my way for some of the really gross ones, but, pick up Hyrule Castle once, or the Hyrule Castle skull, pick up, a few others as you pass by them.
Yeah, it would be Path of the Hero in this case. Bow and magic are valid Path of the Hero. We won't have any Evil's Bane paths today because we have those light arrows already. That is specific to that.
Mm-hmm.
Who or what is a Makar? I mean, Makar is a nice little escort mission in a different game.
I hear you are supposed to also light Makar on fire, if I understand it correctly.
Oh, yes. Yeah, set Makar on fire is a thing. Hey, Kale Makar? I haven't heard that name much this season. He must not be doing a whole lot for his team. Hey.
Shield. No
heavily
buying
discounted shield. Yep. Bolero.
Okay. Not a great start. I mean, it'll start a song chain when we go adult, but not doing too much for us now.
Yeah, I would definitely be checking my dungeon entrances, depending on what that is. Like, if that's bottom of the well in the fire entrance, that has huge
true.
value this early.
Yep. Nixes
But I
the storm requirements too.
Yep. I would not be too surprised if we just see a save quit and an adult segment from both of our runners. Alright, getting a look at these.
So we got fire and shadow as stones. Well, you know, stone shadow finds a way. Forest, DC, spirit, water, Jabu, Deku for our meds today. Oh, interesting. We have an adult Deku today.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that shield will come in handy.
And, of course, adult Deku because it's in Gerudo Training Ground entrance, which is inaccessible to child.
Yeah. With our spawn where it is.
Mm-hmm. Even with spawns where they are, I don't think you can still get into the entrance to it.
Oh, can you not? Can you only fight the guards?
Yep. As a child, I believe you can. I don't think the even if you have like the Gerudo card and everything, I don't think they'll interact with you as child.
Oh, okay. The guards are open GTG, isn't there? Oh, interesting. You learned
Exactly what I said. That the guards won't interact with you because they're not there.
Yeah.
I was right for the wrong reason. All right, $5 for 20. Good trade.
Very nice.
Well, as you know, there's a $15 fee to rent the slingshot, so makes sense. OOT's Prelude, rip all dungeons.
That sucks.
Uh-huh.
Kokiri Forest to Baronid. Market has one major. Boss Key and Dark Link Loop today. And I missed the last one.
Did not catch it either. Whatever it was, dead.
We'll see it this time.
Frogs
Okay.
2.
2. Alright, what song are we picking up here? That was just a bloopy. Another bloopy. Okay. Suns isn't the worst pickup early on, especially if we do end up needing those 40 and 50 skull items. Highly unlikely, but never say never.
Probably going to see either a river or adult CAC opener here. Given that Nopons didn't go north, we're seeing CAC.
Yeah, I would agree. Like, DC being our forest med today, Like, you do want that song early. You want to find explosives. You want to find whatever is going to open something up. Because right now, there's not a lot. Oh, yeah. Can we get a Gamba? DC, oh, is in Jabu, yeah. I cannot set up a Gamba, unfortunately, Miss AJ. Alright. I think that was
Also,
Valley Rock is dead.
Yeah, I think chat was also asking for that message about the dungeon entrances to get pinned.
Yeah. So many asks.
Okay, there's CL. That allows us to full clear graveyard minus torches. And I shouldn't say full clear, I mean peak / clear.
Alright. Hover boots, lullaby. Hey, there we go. Give some claps to Alkaline Ace, our restreamer today, pinning messages, setting up Gambas. Throw away your points, everyone. Who do you think is gonna progress on to top 8? Top 8? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. This is top 8. Top 4. Semifinals. I know where we are in the tournament. Totally.
Well,
Ooh.
ask and you shall receive. There's bomb bag.
Bombs. And a
Yep,
bow.
those will go.
Alright. 40
Yep.
is dead.
Yep, those will go really, really nice for that, that we have to do. The Deku, or the Dodonga's Cavern that's located in Jabu.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sucks. We still need to find a letter.
Yep.
And depending on how comfortable they are with the slingshot skips.
Right. Oh yeah, I forgot that's the thing that you have to do.
Yeah. This is kind of an interesting question though, right? Like, do you try and find shoes and just gamble that those checks are nothing?
I think you do. Especially if you find them early. Like, if you have an early Doritos, I think the gamble on getting the song plus finishing the dungeon with shoes is, well...
Never mind. None of it matters.
Yep, I don't think you gamble anymore.
Nope, you're not gambling. We're just looking for a letter.
You know what? No reason to play risky. This is game 3. This is an elimination match. You don't need to play risky.
Yeah.
You just ask Dompe for it, and, you know.
You just go, hey game, this would be great to have, and the game provides.
Could I have $1 million, please? Thanks.
Hey, that'd be sick.
I mean, with the items that we have, yeah. Bottom of the well's kind of on the table, which is in Dodonga's Cavern today.
Oh, yeah. Actually. Huge. It's right there.
I mean, we got everything short of... Actually, there isn't anything that can stop us from full clearing it, is there?
Yeah, no, we got the whole kit.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess the only, like, nicety thing would be a boomerang.
Yeah. The skulls are so slow, though.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you gotta collect 50 of them, I mean... Okay, hammer chest is the extra key.
Okay. Requiem on Temple of Time would make a lot of sense. I mean, any song there would make a lot of sense right now, but Requiem would be nice. Yeah. Well, where's Spirit? Where?
Here's the Deku Tree.
Okay.
Actually...
Yeah, we might be able to climb and jump down. Not yet,
Yeah.
logically, but...
Yeah, if we have all the keys, or if all the keys are child side, you can... That could actually be logically the expectation.
Yeah.
Now, to get that, that's...
Oh no, Juke, you touched the dog. Okay, moved fast enough. It sat down.
Oh, Skull Mask is another slingshot.
Hey, great. We love that. And there is our major item, and what an item it is.
Oh, there's another bow.
And another bow.
Okay, well, we know where all the bows are at, and that's the only one we're going to grab.
Yep.
Wonderful. Is anyone else concerned that we have, like, the full shadow kit right now? Short of magic. If we have to blow up that one wall in shadow. I'm not crying right now.
Right. Shadow is in fire, so we can just do most of it now. Yeah, that's a little...
Well, to be fair, where is Shadow? Shadow is in fire. I mean, short of the Crusher Wall, you do not need magic for Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it kind of sucks going into Shadow, knowing that you potentially couldn't complete it, but... Domain Foolish? There's the Calf to Baronade re-hint.
Yeah, so what did we find there? Hook and bow?
Yeah, hook and bow.
That's not the bow.
No, because the other bow's equally accessible with bombs.
Yeah.
So... and we don't care about the third bow. So
Yeah.
right now it's the hook, unless there's like a ring in the Storm's Grotto or the child check or the child sword chest.
Yeah, Nopons did it as adult, so depending on what that is, that could be like better to have gone there as child to begin with, but only time will tell. Oh, okay.
Speaking of
Definitely well is a strength upgrade, so
yeah, speaking of that strength upgrade that we don't have.
yeah. Juke seems to be on the way to bottom of the well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, strength is a good enough reason to not rush Shadow.
And we now have strength.
Miss AJ, you know the rules. Why would you suggest that word 20 minutes in? Logically and just hard required, you need strength 1 to clear forest. Even with 3 key forest, there is no way to do the entire dungeon that you need to do without a strength. A wallet?
I could not tell what that was. Maybe a stick? Whatever it was, Nopons doesn't want it.
Yeah, not yet anyway. Yeah, we kind of have a surprising amount open right now, just between a bomb bag and a hook shot.
You got a biggie right there.
Another big
That is
chest.
not the strength either.
Yeah, that's not the hinted strength. That was a key, I believe. The strength is a big Goron.
Big Gore, I thought it was Dead Hand.
The big Goron hint stone was
okay,
the dead hand dual hint. Sorry.
Okay. I was like,
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what this question was asking, I suppose. The hint was located at Big Goron, but the hint was the dual hint for Dead Hand in bottom of the well.
And we found Agony. Speaking of the long shot.
How it cuts like a knife.
Got some dry cleaning there in the maze. Whatever it is, it's not big.
No. Yeah, that's also pretty interesting. Bombs are required to get that check.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, that is not hook locked, which tells us a lot about what that path could be if it is the hook shot.
Yeah, because it would have to be both.
Yeah, exactly. It would have to be long shots.
So it would.
Being hit.
So that leaves 2 checks in water and shoot the sun.
2 checks in water, shoot the sun. We have a horse, so it's not. We have
Can't be Wasteland Crossing.
Yeah.
That's 3 checks, I believe.
Graveyard also to Baronade. That's where our bombs were, so not surprising with we're piecing together here. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. I'm so curious if there is something else in Kokiri Forest now. But
there are 2 checks that haven't been done yet.
Yeah. Do we know our Burning Cack song yet?
I don't think we have seen it yet.
Okay.
DC to PG.
Oh, Burning Cack is Storms? Okay. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense with what we are seeing here right now. It's our copy of the Dark Link hint. Sunsong Grave is just bombs.
Items out at Colossus. Where is Forest? Forest is in Shadow. Oh, it could be Nocturne out at Colossus.
Yeah.
And that is true, it can't be anything else. That is also correct. It logically cannot be anything other than getting 2 there. We have to have 50 in logic by now, right?
We don't have a bottle, which is what my vibes are saying we would need.
Right. I'm just trying to... Because the only other thing it could be is magic, and it would have to be everything else is, like... There are, like, logically no skulls that you could reach 50 with.
Yeah.
And that would also have to be in front of it.
Yeah. I don't know. I know that there is a calculator to tell you how many skulls are in logic, but I think most people will just say it's vibes.
Right.
And my vibes are saying we need one more thing.
Yeah, we need a bottle.
We talk about Shadow being available right now. That could be part of it.
Mm-hmm.
It could be like a 50-50 seed. We did not see Kokiri's sword chest.
We are seeing it right now.
So there is hope.
Okay. It's so small. So storms are its hook.
Yep.
Which is also a long shot.
My guess is it is hook for storms.
Can't be.
Yeah, Diesler, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
No, well, it can't be hook. It has to be long shot specifically because the other hook's as equally accessible as the other one is.
And long shot locks storms.
Okay, well, sure. Well, when you put it that way, I mean...
Oh no, we're laggy. Ice has Requiem. Tell me, dear Pin.
Yeah, GTG is also blocked by storms, which is a whole lot of checks.
Ice is in forest. Interesting.
Huh. Vanilla slingshot.
Slingshot. We love that.
Cool.
This is kind of interesting because what we're finding right now is that a lot of these things that would traditionally be paths to like other item or like other dungeons too are not paths simply because of where items landed.
Yep. And Nopons is gonna be our first one to complete a dungeon here, I would expect.
Yep.
It's got 29 arrows. We'll hope that one of the 29 hits the web down at the basement.
Nice.
Some up there. Oh, big chest. Alright. Nothing too great, but everyone remember to Zooter safely.
I think that was claim check is dead. Oh, no, Rich. It's just that we have an unhook locked hook and a hook potentially hinted path. And currently it's the only path option. But since that means it's a long shot, Storms feels very likely as the option there because we haven't seen a DC path, which there are items. It's in Jabu, so Rudo's letter would be required, even if there's another bomb bag. Could our magic be on HBA?
Sure.
Our other magic can be anywhere.
Yeah. We have a Henson one on 50. That doesn't mean that the other one.
I don't think so, Elka. I think we got all the always.
Nice. This Hylian Shield's gonna come in helpful right about now, because it's the only thing that we really need it for in here.
Mm-hmm. Money. Throwing it on the floor.
I threw it on the ground. And blink and you miss it. Nope, missed it. And another upgrade. Maybe take those.
Hey, honestly,
Probably one of my favorite cosmetic changes from the Randomizer.
what? Sorry.
The upgrade's now smoke.
Oh, yeah.
That way you know you're actually getting the upgrade versus just a refill.
Yeah. Toxic, I definitely think Nopons crosses here, picks up Nocturne, does the starting part of Jabu as adult, because you can walk in there, you can grab, three
Nice 15.
pistols.
Yep.
Couldn't
And a
remember
wallet.
if the other one, like, reaches with just hookshot or not.
I think the only one that requires the long shot's the one right before the ship. If I remember correctly.
Oh, that's right. You can... I forgot you can cross that gap with hovers. But yeah, I wouldn't see a real reason not to do the start of Jabu if you're crossing for a song. Alright, Juke. Has a bow, has long shot, has a strength, hovers. Nopons will find the other hook and a strength, which is hinted in bottom of the well. So let's see where Juke goes. I would think Shadow might be very likely as a play.
That is a Shadow song for this seed. And immediately does not go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, skipping that skull is a little worrying, but it's also a pretty slow skull.
Yeah.
If you could hookshot your way up out of the bottom, at least partially, but having to climb up, like, just adds so much time to that skull.
Bigger on dead. Hate this play. Salt Lake's kind of one of those places that you orphan off unless you have a good way of getting there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah, Juke might be huffing it over to, whatchamacallit also. This may be, huffing it to Fortress for, Deku. Do Southern Field real quick and then...
Colossus to PG. Wow.
Mhm.
A scale.
Yep. Spirit is foolish.
Amazing.
And, as expected, it's Nocturne.
Wow.
Interesting, doing stingers while you're over here is kind of an interesting play. I guess you're also getting skulls and bringing Rito to F1. So it's not. This isn't like a super big waste of time. You have to do this anyway.
Yeah, it's also just faster as adult. This segment. "16 skulls for Nopons." So I wouldn't say either runner is necessarily like rushing skulls, but they are both definitely really thinking about that magic being on 50.
Yeah. Send the crate. Looks like a gold rupee.
Yeah, didn't look like anything of too much interest. Oh no, Miss AJ. We are not in that part of the map.
Market to Morpha.
Interesting. That's our Dins.
Yeah.
I
Have
think
we
that
had a hint for HBA? Or not HBA, Big Pose?
by extension, we did because of that market major hint.
Yep. Never mind. I
Yep.
forgot. So yeah.
So that being to Morpha kills our theory of storms.
Mm-hmm.
So that really narrows it down. That just leaves shoot the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot the sun. Because anything in water would require irons, and Morpho would not then have a path. Did we see a Zora tunic? That's the only kind of...
No, we haven't seen a Zora tunic yet, and we only have one wallet. Tunic logic on Central Pillar, kind of gross.
Yeah.
Or for for a small key on Central Pillar. We know where the
Yeah.
boss key's at, but...
That's true. There are a couple of very slight edge cases there to have to go through Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Where is Spirit? Brain?
Brain says Spirit is the
Okay, yeah.
Deku.
Hence the Kokiri sword. Yeah.
Yeah. This will be Juke going to Deku for the first time.
Yeah. And Nopons very likely either save quits or plays Nocturne out of here. Looks like it's going to be a save quit. So Juke did not check Shoot the Sun in Lake.
Nope. Nopons did not either.
Yeah. Looks like we're gonna get a 10 and 20 check here from Nopons.
Mm-hmm. And hope for a magic.
That's true. Nopons doesn't have the info. Mods, ban this man. Just a little.
Mods, please unban Doc.
Little 5-second timeout.
Very nice first try shot. And missed the gainer, but still looked kind of cool. Okay, 10 dead. 20 nuts.
Dumpy. Yeah, Shadow is very quickly becoming the only thing available.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you just gotta keep going. Keep using that muscle memory. I want to take a second to appreciate just how fast resets are on emulator. Because Nopons, instead of walking out from Dampe, save quit back to their spawn.
Lots are for casuals. This will be Nopons picking up long shot here.
Yeah, Miss AJ, nothing makes me feel worse at this game than watching people do HBA well.
Yep.
Because I cannot do HBA.
Yep. Yep. HBA is 1,000 or DNF for me.
Yep. The one season of League that I played, HBA had a required item in 3 of those seats, and I have never gone back. Well, League is a great time. But when there's literally one check in the game that you just cannot do, and it's HBA 1500, and you get screwed over on that many matches.
Factoring in the it is also required only, and the game's like, yes, and I'm requiring you only do this one check.
It wasn't required only back then.
Oh, it wasn't back then? Oh, okay.
No.
It's RO now.
Many eons ago. Yeah, Ilka, it's very possible with the way things are shaking out. We do still need to explain the double hint.
Which double hint?
We have 2 Baronade paths.
Bomb gets you the other hook shot.
Yeah, that's my thought, is that it's just bombs. But King Dodongo, again, should have a path with Rudo's letter. We know now that Morpha has a path. We still need Boomerang for Jabu.
Okay, Sword for Spirit.
We need
And
Kokiri's.
Mirror Shield.
Yeah.
And Strength 2, probably.
It could very well be just Skull Logic. We started with Serenade, Rich. There is a scale on the arch, yes. Nocturne for Juke, who is also going to do the starting part of Jabu. Well, irons are very likely in forest with our path to Morpha. Because I'm fairly certain that what's on top of DC is the other wallet. But if someone wants to go double check that, it could still be Tunic Logic. I see.
Yeah, bottle would be pretty nice right now.
Yeah, if we have 50 skulls right now, it's extremely tight on the 50. Again, I know there's a calculator out there, but my vibe says we need something else. Yeah, Shadow is not a bad play. It's a stone, unfortunately, and the skulls are deep. but it's also like, what else is there right now? Not much.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't go to Shadow at this point. I mean, other than you can't finish it if there's a key back there or whatever, but you can still pull the block and stuff.
Yeah.
We have not found a bottle.
Yeah, I would at least want to, like, peek shoot the sun.
Mm-hmm. Which may be what juwk is doing right now. I would like to correct my statement, is what juwk is doing currently.
Yeah. I think he just kind of wanted to see, at least, right?
Right, and by that I mean picking up the skull and then checking it.
Hate getting this skull. If it's a bottle, that's like
Curse.
tragic peak comedy.
Well, we'll know here in a second.
It's letter.
It is a bottle. It's just a sideways one.
Yep. Which definitely explains a bit more about why we don't have a King Dodongo path either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, set up Scarecrow.
Yeah. I was like, juwk didn't pick it up, and then I forgot Scarecrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yes, Scarecrow does put that in logic.
Money, money, money. Yeah, Song of Time is required, but...
Hmm.
Arrows. True. Hoping for a Rova path. Did we get a Goma hint?
No. We have 2 Baronades, a PG, and a Morpha hint.
Okay. Yeah, Goma should be unhintable. So I was like, huh?
Yeah, because with a free opponent song and free long shot, it would be unhintable.
Yeah, multiple bows available.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, mirror shield.
That's nice.
Yeah, I don't think KD...
Very nice.
Here's my thought. We know that we need irons to complete water, because we need to be able to get keys to get boss key. So Longshot and irons are both required for Morpha. The fact that there is a Morpha path, and again, I'm pretty sure that we have both wallets, so it can't be a tunic.
I think we've only seen... Repeat of fire.
Anyway, I don't think Longshot can point to anything other than shoot the sun. Yeah, I mean, if Twinrova were to have selected letter first, there are supposed to be backups to all of this, is the thing. If letter were the only thing hintable for KD, it should not be eaten by Twinrova. But we already know that DC completion is required for water. I don't know. There's so much. Happy 1 hour, chat. I hope you're enjoying us trying to figure out what these hints are trying to tell us here. It is a very hard to read seed. I think the assumption that we are going with right now, at least for me, is Boomerang or K-Sword, probably just in DC, or behind an item that we get in DC. Strength 2, probably. But yes, thank you all for being here. Give our runners Juke and Nopons a follow. Their links are in chat. Thank you to our trackers, Luke Flagon and Siberian, Alkaline Ace, our restreamer, and thanks for being on comms today, IT guy.
Thanks for joining me. And there's Duke picking up her day.
Yeah, I mean, of all of the places doing DC, did Juke plant a bean in a child segment? Like, pick up a bean to get scale? Because they'll probably have to go upriver. That's 3 hints. Domain is another hint. Another couple hints in Fountain. Our scale is on the arch. Wait, oh, we can't even plant the bean out there anyway. What am I talking about?
For future reference, you know?
Yeah. We would have to go do ice first. Yeah, but we have to go turn in the letter first anyway to do that, so.
Right.
This also answers the question of whether or not 50 is in logic. I feel very safe saying 50 is available now.
Yep. Juwk is picking up the beam.
Beans. Juke's gonna pick up Mirror Shield here on the way. Whee! Juke certainly... I don't know how to describe this. I don't know that I would say ahead because we only have the one dungeon done, but definitely is at least getting to progression again, has items to do that, is able to... It's gonna kind of snowball from here. But it looks like Nopons won't be too far behind, so...
Mm-hmm. I think Nopons is also ahead on the skull count. If we truly need to do 50.
Yeah, not by much, though. Juke should pick up this skull and we'll... 25.
3 ahead right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not having to, like, do a little back and forth here, definitely gonna save Nopons some time. Is opting to walk back over instead of warping to avoid having to play suns again.
Mm-hmm.
Items already there. Yeah, this time save plus a couple skulls. I can't wait for, like... Oh no, that's magic locked. Never mind. It's like I can't wait for Strength 2 to be in Dodongos, and we need that strength to get our 50 skulls. Oh, Juke. Oh, needs a fish. Oh no. Sometimes the hardest thing to do in the game is remember what your hinted foolish locations are. It's like when you're tracking and you forget to mark a dungeon complete. Hardest thing to do. It was the dead hand in the well copy heaps.
Oh. Hi, Boomerang.
Wait.
That's a interesting boomerang.
Wait. Yeah, I think Letter is just first bottle, and I guess it's possible that, like, maybe our Kokiri sword is in Jabu?
With that, I think Nopons just took the lead back from Juke. I mean, I realize that Juke's over here now in DC doing DC, but
Yeah, but, like, when do you go back for that
and do
check?
one check, yeah. And Ice Tarova, you don't say.
Oh, okay.
So Requiem.
That must be our other strength, though.
Oh yeah, strength. Yeah. Rang was on adult fishing.
It's kind of crazy.
Right. Okay, here's a fun question. I mean, it's most likely a strength 2 in ice, but could it be magic?
Yeah.
Or does the fact that we have 50s skulls in logic prevent that?
So Forest is in Shadow Entrance, right?
Right.
Which is locked behind magic. That's Patamorpha. Crossing is locked behind that bottle or magic. That's where I was going with them. Our Nocturne is out of logic. Not anymore with that bottle, but
Yeah.
It could be. I don't think so, because I'm pretty sure 50 is available now. We also got Boomerang, so yeah, 50 is definitely available. So it should not be a path magic.
Okay. Then yeah, that does only leave that there's a strength in eye. Or really funny option, Hammerlocked in Fire.
Gross. We still need Kokiri Sword too.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I don't know when Juke goes back to that. Depending on what we find in DC here. If we find nothing, Juke might just follow, its first bottle to get Requiem to get out there. I just don't know when you go back to something that's not long shot locked. Or not like, okay, I can do all of Shadow. Stone or not. Well, if that letter is our first bottle and is required to get Requiem for access to Jabu, nothing is hintable for KD.
Right. Because the only two things that are needed for KD is the Rudo's letter and bombs.
Yeah.
Lens is dead also.
Crossing is behind letter.
Yeah.
I forgot that earlier. I just said magic. That lens also technically locks our crossing.
Right.
Yeah, so we're probably finding, what, another bottle in here, another bottle in ice, another bottle in Jabu. That should also mean that our Kokiri sword is somehow behind all of that as well. Or, you know, some other access to Jabu. No, this one's the fairy.
Information about Rova.
Oh, almost the lineup juke. True. Yeah, our bottles must just be hard up.
KD down for juke. Oh god, cave sword on Lax.
No. I would like to publicly shame anyone who described this as a jet earlier. I realize it's only an hour in, but since we've only done Deku and DC.
Yeah.
Someone ring a bell. Say shame very determinedly? Determinedly? Thanks, Elka.
We got fountain checks here.
Yeah, this is kind of interesting because, like, this is also in Nopons' favor. Like, you should almost just be done doing overworld checks outside of getting skulls at this point.
Yep.
Like, you should be getting your skulls. Juke is not gonna do fishing. I mean, it was adult fishing anyway, but... But like, yeah, you should just be doing ice, picking up your Requiem, whatever your Twin Rova path is in there. Yeah, yes and no, Rich. Obviously I'm a bit of a doomer. I don't know what makes Juke go back to adult Lake at this point. Having already gotten the skulls there, having gotten the child skulls there, setting up Scarecrow.
And done every check except for it.
I mean, yeah, scale. Like, picking up the irons in Forest and going back and doing Lab Dive is kind of the only real way I see going back there.
Oh, time to see what's in ice.
Yeah, Nopons is definitely going to finish DC, take that empty bottle to get Requiem, and doing Jabu while collecting skulls along the way. But yeah, I mean, having to go fire doesn't do much. Because he's already got Scarecrow.
Yep. I was going to make a comment about Nopon skipping the skull, but remember that there's a skull back here.
Yep. Oh, fire is in the water entrance. Good point. Thank you. I'm not paying attention. I don't know where things are. Maybe. I might have had a seltzer. It might have been one of the strong ones.
Better. Alright. Is it strength 2? Or is it strength 2?
Oh!
It's a hammer!
Oh.
Hang on. So that gives us fire,
Crater Fairy,
Crater Fairy, GTG Key Logic.
That's behind storms, right?
Right.
We had a hint for rocks, I'm pretty sure. It's nothing. 2 major items in fire, yes, you're correct.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so it can't be Key Logic and GTG.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, I see it now. So yeah, fire or Crater Fairy.
Fire is accessible
With Gold
once you
Scale.
get 50 skulls.
Yeah.
Assuming it's irons in Forest, but even if it's the other scale, we know there's a scale on the arch. I don't see Juke doing adult fishing before completing all of fire. But yeah, we know where one scale is. We know that there's a path to Morpha in forest, which just makes those skulls even more important. Yes and no. Here's one of the things. Like it or not, we do have path priority in this. The fact that that hammer is hinted to Twin Rova, he knows nothing in water, nothing in spirit, nothing behind those locations will have rang. Like, he's got that info if he thinks about it. Does Juke just not have the domain hint?
No, he definitely has it because it's outside Tot.
I'm fairly certain he did child fishing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure also he did child fishing. I think it's just a mind hole.
This singular chew. No, I think after setting Scarecrow, since they were back walking, $33. Juke a little uncertain on where to go now. Because I think in Juke's mind, the next play is kind of a no-brainer. It's get 50, go to forest.
Maybe following the hammer path and wanting to see Crater Fairy.
Yeah, there's a couple of... Oh no. But yeah, I would say my biggest worry right now for Juke is that Shadow is kind of still the next play, like best play to collect skulls along the way, to collect item checks along the way. Whereas Nopons is going to have kind of a pretty straightforward path here. They both need about 15 skulls. A little more than that, but we'll say 15. There's one more in Jabu, so not great for Nopons, but there's a couple more in Ice here that are part of Juke's count that Nopons has not collected yet. So that's gonna be 3. So they might both still end up in Shadow, which would be good for Juke.
Nopons hasn't done any more of Jabu than what's done. Juke's done. Also
Yeah.
need Requiem for it.
Yeah, but Nopons is picking up Requiem.
Well,
And
there goes
has-
any kind of wallet logic that we were.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. That actually puts the wallet logic back on the table if there's no wallet. Because that was hammer leading to a tunic.
And it's hammer to Twinrova, right?
Oh, right, never mind.
Not that it can't just be something in water still for Twinrova.
Right.
But I'm almost positive that the top of DC is the other wallet.
Okay, then it doesn't matter.
If someone wants to VOD dive.
Boomerang is adult fishing.
Yeah, we're a little concerned about Juke getting back to adult fishing. Okay, 35 to 37 is the current skull count. There is magic on 50 for anyone joining us now. True. Our song hint today was Requiem. You right. I think we can say Nopons is ahead at this moment in time. Nopons has Boomerang to go do Jabu, after picking up Requiem here. Both are kind of racing to 50 skulls. But Juke is not going into Shadow. Yet, anyway. Yeah, Juke is rushing 50. Most definitely. Couple skulls here in river.
Nice. Let's move it from juke. Juke obviously has forgotten the hint.
Yeah. This is when you remember exactly while dumping out the blue fire. Oh wait, this is foolish. Yeah, we can't get into forest yet. We can't get into water yet. We can't get into fire yet. Oh wait, can we get into water?
Need it. Are you talking about to water temple or the entrance?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So Juke can at least do water.
Can't complete it.
We might be able to.
Don't. Oh, no, you don't. No, there isn't anything that irons are needed for, actually.
Yeah, we're pretty sure Central Pillar shouldn't come into play.
Yeah,
but...
Central Pillars, unless it's, actually, I don't know what can be on Central Pillar that would be required.
I'm gonna go with this is just a shield.
I don't know.
Yeah, the tricky thing about Dungeon ER and water is long shot is enough.
Mm-hmm.
This is just not a pleasant place to get skulls. At least knowing that you're going through the Dark Link loop. There are 2 in there. So that's nice. But I don't think you collect 2 extra keys to... You might go in Central Pillar to get that skull. But I don't think you collect 2 extra keys to go get, like, the boss key loop one. Juke does have Zora Tunic.
Oh! Okay.
That's really bad for Juke.
Yep.
Yeah, we still need Kokiri Sword. Which I think is the only thing that can be behind Hammer now? Is that? Unless there is a small key on Central Pillar and Kokiri Sword is like on Morpha. But again, I'm pretty sure that the tunic should not be a thing. Iron should be in Forest, though, right? Forest is our path to Morpha?
No, Market.
Sorry?
Market is our path to Morpha.
Well, Market was our path to Morpha.
But we were saying it's Forest because Den's Fire.
Right.
But it could also be the Crushers in Shadow.
Yeah. We don't have fire arrows yet either, so it could be
Yeah, it could just be straight up for forest access, and they're in forest.
No, Haunted Wasteland.
Oh, haunted. Yeah.
The torches. We saw Composer Grave torches, right?
Nope. We did not. Both runners did Composer Grave as adult.
Okay.
So we did not see flame storage.
Gotcha. Well, there's a couple options then. That, Haunted Wasteland, Forest. True.
Yeah.
Galen Forest for irons and fire.
Wait. Hold on. Does that work?
Yeah. Because it would
Oh, yeah.
our hammer required for iron boots for strength 2.
Yeah.
And Din's
That'd be a,
Gale.
that'd be a hell of a chain, but yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, what am I saying? That's just what this seed is what?
Yeah, this has been a really like interesting seed.
Mhm.
Partially just because of where the boomerang ended up.
Mhm.
And it being like, huh?
It's like, oh, hey. It's like right there. Unhinted, but it's like kind of like right there. So it's like, well, we tried to hint it. We put everything around it.
Right, like it's not like we were hiding it. Oh, I was like, Juke, you need a bow for this chestnut hookshot. But skull, yes.
42. No idea.
I'll be right back.
Right. Juke about to go face off against Morph here. Nopons following Juke through the Snake River. Gonna grab that boss key, pick up the goals here probably. Nice, Juke getting the 8-frame grab, and Morph. $44 for Nopons. And you're gonna show us a little bit of shadow now. Nopons also getting the quick grab. Morpha in the corner and okay. It's the key.
I miss anything?
About a 3.5 second morph fight, but other than that, no,
Heck.
not much.
Nice. Yeah, juke going to shadow makes the most sense here. Nopons thinking about the scales.
Might as well while you're over here. It doesn't hurt anything to plant it.
Yep. You gotta pick up the fish again. Shadow is gonna be like the most rude here and have a big chest behind the spike walls. I feel it.
I like the iron boots.
Could be. I don't think so, but
It would make Den's fire path make sense.
yep, it would definitely make that make sense.
Oh god.
Oh,
Hello, scale number 2.
okay. There could be a magic on Bongo. That would be the other kind of... Hey, I know you collected 49 skulls, but... here's
your magic.
Magic. At least we know that both of them did that.
Mm-hmm. Not one person jetted through it. It's like, nah.
Right, yeah. So, like, if that were the case, we know it's not big a deal, but when you're in it as a racer, you're like, I'm cooked. It's
yeah, it's like, do I play it safe and just do this, or do I just bet against the 50 magic required.
Yeah. Yeah, no boss key yet. Still need 2 more small keys, I think.
That sounds right. Meanwhile, Nopon's about to face off against the big Octo.
I think Nopons will be okay. Not sure.
Let's just give Nopons a quick second of silence here. Make sure they're able to. Big Octo got away.
Very nice.
Oh, FW. That's real nice.
That would be really helpful if we had magic.
It'll go great with the collection of magic spells we can't use.
Right. That's also even, like, a spot that you would typically want FW.
Right. The I'm dipping hook shot, or I'm dipping a shadow without a hook shot spot. Like, man, I wish I had FW. It's FW.
Wow. Still no boss key.
Yep.
Shock.
Yep.
Oh no. There we go. Sometimes these fans just get ya.
Yep. Oh, Shadow's completable.
We still need 1 small key.
Do we?
Right? We need 2 at this point.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're correct. I forgot there's a key on this door.
Meanwhile, Nopons having a nice baronade over here.
Alright, 33% chance. This really sucks.
Oh, pulling the block and everything. We hate that. Just some bombs on baronade. Waiting for the fish. Whee! Alright. So that's Jabu done. Yeah, I mean, I would just assume Nopons is gonna do the last few skulls, and then we're just wondering where our Kokiri sword is. Yeah, The boat ride's pretty long for the one skull back there and no guarantee of completing the dungeon. 46. And 47. Nopons grabbing bugs here, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That we have warps
We'll be
for,
able
basically.
Yep.
Just do a bolero, a serenade, and a requiem. Very nice, like, end of skull routing there. Yeah, this is probably about the part where Juke feels like maybe something has been missed. And yeah, fire is accessible now, is the big thing for Nopons. Yes, 100%. Juke's just gonna go do forest.
Nothing else to do.
Yeah, irons being in forest would be good for Juke, I think.
No.
Because otherwise, they have no way of getting into fire.
Yeah, it'll be good for Juke, but I think Juke's too far behind now.
Yeah.
Because effectively, it's... Actually, I don't know what Nopons is actually doing right this second. Oh, probably Hyrule Field Skulls or something.
Yeah, OGC skull.
Or OG Skulls,
probably.
yeah. And then that'll be Forest. Knows that the scale's on top of there, so has fire access regardless.
I'm a little confused. Nopons had 3 warp song skulls with bugs that could have been done. But yeah, I would say it really does not look good for Juke. Partially because even if Kokiri's sword is like early in fire, the temptation is to continue, right? You should not, because again,
And that's GG's.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Yep.
Nopons could forget that Hammer is path to Twin Rova.
But this is 100% Nopons race to lose now.
Yeah.
And happy 2 hours, everyone. Double forest.
Woo!
Make sure to give our runners a follow, Juke and Nopons, for putting on a great show for us. Thank you to our trackers, Luke Fleeing and Siberian, for pressing all of the buttons for us. And thank you to my co-commentator, Mel, for joining me here in the booth today, as well as Alkaline Ace for restreaming this wonderful seed.
Hey, thanks. Glad we could all be here today. Yeah, it is sad that the boomerang had that much impact, but sometimes this is just what happens.
Yeah, rando bot randoed.
Yep. One runner makes a decision early enough in the game that you just kind of know the outcome. There was a match last year towards the end of the tournament where we were watching it live, and one of the runners did treasure chest game and the other one didn't, and we're like, it's over. It's 20 minutes in, it's over. Just because you know that that's the type of check that just you don't go back to.
Yeah.
You gotta complete forest anyway.
Strength 3.
As good as it would feel to nope out of here, you also have to do it, so... But yeah, both runners have played really great today. Just came down to... I won't assume to know what was going on. If we get our runners in for an interview, we can kind of ask how that check was decided, how Juke decided to skip that check. My assumption is just a little bit of being a little frazzled, having to go back and check Shoot the Sun after having been there earlier, having to do the age changing to set up Scarecrow. You're just kind of like, I can save this minute by not doing this.
Using some nice tech. I'm dropping FW on the hallway. And while the nice green dot looks like it's there, it is not actually there. It is on the other map. It's not a casino. He knows it's Hammer. I guess unless he forgets that it's Hammer, but
Yeah, where was that path hint? They both definitely have it.
Hammer to Rova was in, or Ice to Rova was in DC, I think.
DC. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you never know. Nopons could get distracted by those gold gauntlets and be like, I'm going Ganon's.
The only place that is not in fire is Flare Dancers.
The hammer chest one, yeah.
Yeah. We know Hammer Chest is the extra small key in fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. It is hammer hinted. However, the only thing that we have left that it could be is somewhere in fire.
We saw Crater Fairy, right?
Yeah.
That where Zora Tunic was.
Yep. Yep, we did see Crater Fairy.
And it can't be GTG because that's behind Spirit Completion, so...
Right. So it has to be somewhere in fire. Hammer just means that it's somewhere past the first 3 rooms, probably, because you need a hammer for keys in there, but...
Yeah, it could just be on the boss key.
Yep.
We will see when we get in there.
Boss key could just straight up be on Volvagia.
Yes, we would hope that it would be a quicker pickup, but who knows? It could be super deep.
I mean, let's face it. Is there anywhere in fire that... in Zooter that isn't deep? I mean, everywhere in fire is deep fire. Yeah. Nopons did set Scarecrow. But I believe also both these runners know how to pixel shot anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, they needed Scarecrow today. I'm sorry, it's not free Scarecrow, everyone.
So am I.
Not really sorry, but...
Oh, I was.
Alright. So, out of here, Juke should just play Serenade. Maybe does fishing less likely than just going into fire, though. But yeah, just a K sword away. And an entire spirit, but that...
The entire dead... yeah, entire dead spirit away.
An entire dead spirit.
And we don't even know what child spirit looks like. We may have to...
Yeah, but we gotta go turn into Kokiri sword anyway, so I'm not, like, super
Oh, yeah,
concerned.
you wouldn't... Yeah, you wouldn't... You would dip it as child to make sure that there's no keys.
Yeah, exactly.
On child side.
Yeah. No, Nopons will not have to dip Stone Shadow. Yeah, at this point, Nopons would have to forget that Hammer was the path item in Ice to Twinrova and go do Ganon's.
And then go do Shadow.
Go do some of Shadow.
Navi dive and get into GTG illegally.
It would all entirely depend on Juke even deciding to do adult fishing. So. So yeah, right now it is looking very likely that Nopons advances. Alright, there's the Serenade. And that looks like fishing.
Yep.
I would expect some shield flicks after this.
Oh, shield flicks wouldn't even describe my rage at that. Fisherman's hat in water would describe my rage about that.
You'd bomb the fish guy.
Nope, can't. Unfortunately, you can't abuse the fish guy like you can the bomb shoe lady.
Juke, no. Oh. Juke, no. I know that at this point it doesn't really matter, but it feels so bad knowing you're right there, next to where your Kokiri sword very likely is, and can loop this all into one child segment.
Right.
So just an unfortunate little thing there.
Well, Juke's thinking, you know, I need this. I mean, maybe forgot about the hammer being path, and is thinking, oh, this gives me Ganon's castle access, and just like kind of zeroed in on Boomerang.
Yeah, could be thinking about Requiem, which again, we know can't be because it was our song hint, but
right. But at 2.5 hours when you're feeling behind, you're not thinking about that.
Yeah.
Yep. Unfortunately, that Boomerang walked way too much of the seed. Well, I wouldn't say it locked anything, really, but...
No, just the scale. I mean, and Ganon's, but...
Yeah,
again,
it just...
Hammer is hinted, so...
Yeah, without doing the check, it makes you do some not so great plays like going into Shadow, even though the game gave us the entire Shadow kit 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
Oh, this makes sense.
Oh.
Nopons hasn't done
Yeah.
Crater Fairy.
I was like, that's not the song I
That's
was
not where fire's. That's not where fire's at.
But it is where Crater Fairy is still.
Yep. I mean,
all right. Well,
I can't call that a misplay. That's a time save if it's there.
Oh,
not in fire.
yeah. No, it's 100% the right play if you haven't done that check yet.
Yep.
And yeah, there was always a chance, however small, that Nopons did make an error long enough for Juke to finish up Jabu and catch up. But that's not going to be the case. Nopons is locked in on that hammer, headed into fire now. Still gotta check this, unfortunately.
It is a key.
Yeah, in this case, I probably would do boss key loop first, but, there's... You gotta do all of it.
Right.
First chest is guaranteed not K-Sword, you're right. So if K-Sword is just one of these two checks, we know...
Yeah, I mean...
Kind of nice because both of them can be items, however unlikely.
I mean, there's also the other case where it's exactly the boss key on the first check, and then you're like, oh, well, I'm right here.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I just go fight Volv instead.
Yeah, I think in this case, there's no question. You just fight Volv when you find the boss key.
Mm-hmm.
But we will find out shortly.
Okay. So another key.
Mm-hmm.
There's another. Okay, we're at least going up the elevator.
Yeah, I mean, do you even do the next two checks?
Yes, you do. Because the next two checks could have the boss key, which still makes hammer required.
Yeah, you're right.
Otherwise, no, you don't. You skip them, but unfortunately, early boss key just means do you dip and do Volvagia.
Right. Game's gonna be like, I hinted hammer chest, but highest Goron is your item. Haha.
When has that ever happened, except for every time?
Always. Yeah, every single time. Every
Like, how deep in fire do you want to go? Yes. And even though I don't want to go there, we're still going to put it there.
Okay, now you have a real decision to make.
Yep. That's why you check.
So, juwk has finished Jabu.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think juwk has enough time, but imagine juwk fights Volv right away.
Right. And welcome in, Raiders.
Yeah, welcome in. We're at the tail end of an Ocarina of Time randomizer match here. Juwk versus Nopons.
Juke taking the Diet Prelude.
Yep.
Trip back to castle. Oh, there's Biggie.
There's a big chest. Yes, there are 2 majors in Fire Temple.
So that's our bottle.
Yeah, one of them should be our Kokiri sword. One's probably a bottle.
If it's not a bottle, I don't know what else it could be. Maybe an extra bomb bag. Although, if we see the another big chest, we know it's not Volv. I guess that's something.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, juwk!
All right, yeah, the last one's on Skull Mask. I forgot we found the thing. All right.
Juwk seems to be headed to Ganon's.
Uh-huh.
So, the one who could not afford to not follow the hammer immediately, unfortunately, is the one who has forgotten the hammer path. Yeah, I think it's because of the strength 3. Juwk also has Furor's Wind, so like being able to set that in Ganon's is always appealing, but if Kokiri Sword were to end up on Volv and Juwk had made the decision to go to fire and just fight Volv before climbing, I think it would have been really close. Yeah, serious business. I think that's very likely. Alright, show me a fairy bottle. It's our Kokiri sword. Alright. Of course there's gonna be a big chest here. Yep, that is definitely gonna be GG. It was GG's for a while there, but that's gonna super confirm it. And juwk. Having a little trouble with these Stalfos. Almost
Magic
2.5 hours in. Makes sense. Magic 2. That's nice. Juwk kind of needed a magic refill there.
Yep. 50, 100% required.
Yep.
Wait. Actually, 50 was not required.
Yeah, 50 was not required.
Nope, you could have done, what you call it? You could have done IGC for it.
Yeah, Kisteku was available. We were expected to get Requiem anyway. We didn't require magic for any of that.
Yep.
That's gross.
Damn. Yep.
And, I mean... Oh? Okay, Juke realized it. It is gonna be too little too late, but at least Juke will be in go mode too, it looks like.
Yeah, it's always a good feeling being in go mode when you lose.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, I lost, but at least solve the puzzle first.
Yeah, exactly. And I am sure Juke finding that magic there is probably like, I don't think Nopons got that one before doing 50 skulls.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we're hoping for some nice keys here in Spirit, make this a little faster. We are 20 minutes in the past, so I'm not expecting a super nice Spirit, but we'll see. Nopons opting to be careful with the Deku shield. Looked like it might be a small key. Oh, it's boss key.
Oh, that is 100% required.
Yep, child spirit required, so nice that you had to turn in the K-sword anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Magic 2 is on validation chest.
Or Ganon's boss key.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the last time that was used as a validation check.
Season 1, probably.
You might have been gone, but I did call for your public shaming, Miss AJ. Imagine asking Ganon for the light arrow hint.
They're in your pocket.
Might come back. Who knows?
Actually, it will tell us.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. You'll never find them.
Those pots over there.
Right. Ketchup not going for the Polvagia.
Yep.
8, and it's still gonna keep climbing. Understandable.
Yep.
This is the correct play.
It is the correct play. Or I should say, yeah. Alright. We need 3 small keys. We got boss key.
Yep. Need 3. 3 tinies.
Yep. Should be pretty quick. We know at least, you know, one of them's here.
Yep. Otherwise, we may have to make a call because
Yeah.
this is broken.
You're like,
I know my key logic's rusty for Spirit Temple, and that 8-page document helps every once in a while, but there needs to be one here. It's on the other side.
Juke dodging some boulders up here. Very nice. Oh look, everything works. Our small key.
Alright, 2 more. That's go mode for Juke.
Nice.
Gonna have to, unfortunately, go child and open up.
Yep. Little save quit. Go child. Key's not playing quite as nicely as you hope, but there should be a key in this room, I believe.
Maybe. Yep.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright. That is all the keys we need.
Yep. And long shot is really nice here.
Mm-hmm.
So we just zip right over using this torch. There we go.
We need an ultra shot in this game.
And then we don't care about this room or this room. Just hop over.
Or that room. We skip all of this room, which is another reason the long shot preferred for this temple.
Yep. Yay. We skip this room. Does Nopons spawn the chest up here? Nope. Remembers they don't need it. That's definitely a muscle memory one.
Yeah.
No matter how long you've been in go mode, I feel like
Yep.
people spam that a lot.
Yep, I still do it sometimes when I'm in no mode.
The ring was the game maker today.
Yep. Unfortunate.
Yep.
But that's how Randobot be.
Yep.
A bad angle there.
The part of play that just starts feeling painful. Like, okay, I'm in my last dungeon. It's the longest boss. Thanks.
Yeah, and you have no control over stage 1. I mean, you have some control, but
True. Yep. Your opponent not being done, you're like, okay, did they miss something? Could I have done X, Y, Z faster?
very nice.
Especially now, this, like, kind of time difference that we're seeing between them.
Mhm.
That's about where you're like, did I just not collect skulls fast enough? Did I, you know, in Juke's case, we know and they know exactly what happened to cause the time difference, but your opponent sure doesn't.
Differences in time, probably 8 minutes. That'd be my estimation.
Did you say 8 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, already being at Ganon's and having the Goron sword.
I'm also padding some time in for Quinrova BS.
Yeah. Yes and no. What Nopons is doing right now, Juke has already done and has FW in Ganon's. So yeah, there's a couple minutes here to get keys. Oh, little time hop there on my end. Yeah. Yeah, the shadow clear. Which even then, Juke was at least collecting skulls on the way. Not sure exactly how they would have collected 50 outside of that.
Probably that bottles stuff.
Yeah, Juke is basically going to be getting 2 Twin Rova. Because even though this is the last key, pushing the mirrors takes time. Getting up there takes a little bit of time.
Yeah, even if you get the immediate drops on the mirrors, still.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was the only bottle we saw this seed was Rudo's letter. We did see both nut upgrades. Oh, hi Juke. As a reminder, we are 20 minutes behind. We're catching up now. Welcome in, Juke. GG's.
Jeez.
Anything you would like to share about the seed as we're watching it wrap up here?
I thought you'd ask me.
Screw adult fishing, I'm sure, is kind of the main one.
I mean, that was really unlucky, but like I still deliberately skipped it because I felt very behind.
Okay.
But then he ended up telling me that he also crossed. I thought I was super behind because at some like when I was going to Deku Tree, I forgot I had the bonus on. So I thought, okay, long shot is probably just to do Deku Tree, the path. So I completely forgot to check the sun. And then when I was going to Deku Tree, I remember they have a bonus, so it's probably the fucking sun. So I panicked, and I like committed to crossing, and then eventually came back, and it was RL, so I felt super far behind because I crossed for nothing, and I knew I could have skipped crossing because Requiem was behind the. I mean, like in ice behind the bottle. Like as when I get to RL and do DC, I knew I was gonna get Requiem, so I skipped that.
Yeah.
So when I was getting the bottle, like Rutu's letter, I was like, okay, do I check fishing and the laptop? So I figured, okay, I might as well just gamble one thing in the whole seed, and it ended up being Boomerang.
Yeah, okay. That's basically exactly the kind of thought process that I thought probably went into it. Having not checked Shoot the Sun, having the age change to get Scarecrow.
Yeah, like it just felt super slow at the moment. Yeah. So I thought I could save 30 seconds by skipping that at least.
Yep.
And then eventually I started running out of checks for the Boomerang because it couldn't be behind Dins. At least not at that point, unless I find like fire arrows or something. To do the fire checks. So I knew it wasn't also behind the iron boots, unless I find gold scale for like fire or something.
Sure. Yeah.
So it came down to so that's why Shadow was really good. So I did Shadow.
Yeah, makes sense. And there's skulls in there. They might not be great skulls.
Yeah. And then once I did Forest, I knew I kept thinking about the logic. I knew the only two things that could have Boomerang was adult fishing and Hyrule Castle Fairy, and I was already tilted at that point.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And then I also, because I was tunneling on that path specifically, I completely forgot to think about the other path for Spirit. So I went into Trials, and then I remembered, wait, the song was hinted, it can't be the path, it's Hammer.
Yeah, we thought maybe that was part of it. We're like, oh, maybe.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that hint at all.
Hey, you know what? At least you only made it into like part of a trial and climb. So.
Yeah, I realized pretty fast at least.
Yeah.
So I just left in Spirit Trial. Wait, Zora's Domain is foolish. I never got that hint.
That's what I thought. Someone said
it was outside Tot, wasn't it? Wasn't
really?
It like I think it was outside Temple of Time. I could be wrong, but
it was definitely not outside Temple of Time.
Okay. Yeah, it was somewhere that Zora's Domain's foolish.
damn. I felt like I did so many hints. And I was
Yeah.
surprised that I was missing a Baron too.
Well, it was domain, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a really good race. There were a couple of points where we're like, okay, juwk has time, juwk has time. But yeah, we are saying goodbye to you in the tournament, unfortunately. I hope you had fun playing.
It was fun, yeah.
What's the biggest complaint? And don't say free scarecrow, because I know everyone's gonna say free scarecrow.
Yeah, I'd say remove lake, honestly.
Just delete the whole lake region.
It's my most hated area in the game, especially adult lake. I really hate it. The amount of races and quals I do bad in because something is in adult lake is insane.
All right, Elka agrees with you. Delete lake.
Yep.
But yeah, it was
and I said it at the start of the season. I said if I get eliminated, Lake is gonna have a role in it for sure. And it was true.
And here we are. Here we are. No, GG's. It was a really good season. I am glad that you had fun.
Yeah. I mean, I got pretty far. Can't complain.
Yeah. Season 10 idea, delete lake. Oh, I don't know about that. You'll have to take that up with the devs.
Like, it's part of why, I mean, Free Scarecrow has a lot of downsides, but if it was added, I wouldn't complain.
Yep. Oh no, real Rob's on it. But yeah, IT guy, any questions from you? Chat, any other questions?
I don't know.
All right. Well, GG's, juwk. Sorry to see you go in the tournament, but it was a really good tournament run for you. Really good quals. And I'm sorry that Lake is your arch nemesis and continues to be.
Right. I don't think anyone has any more questions at this point.
Nope.
Okay, so yeah, congratulations on Nopons for winning this race, and also congratulations for juwk for putting up a good fight. Still going pretty far into the tournament. So still a lot of Ocarina of Time randomizer matches. I don't see which ones are on schedule. I think there is Flush versus Cola happening right now, but it's not restreamed. It's the semi-finals game 1. And I don't think we have any more matches on schedule so far.
We have Mario Rafa tomorrow, I think.
I don't see it on my schedule. Interesting. Okay.
Is tomorrow not the 22nd?
Oh yeah. Wow. Okay, it was very broken. Okay, so basically, I have like 15 races on schedule.
Oh no.
For the next 24 hours, so that's why I didn't see it. So that makes sense. Okay, so Mario versus Rafa will be restreamed tomorrow on the SR2. So yeah, you can watch that if you want to. But for tonight, we will raid ZeldaSpeedRuns. We are hosting a restream for the Heroes of Time Zelda Marathon right now. So I think, looking for the schedule right now, they are starting a new run. Okay. Yeah, tonight we have Breath of the Wild speedrun, Zelda Will Return of Ganon, and the Wind Waker HD shopping list on that marathon. So yeah, if you want to watch that, definitely go to one of the restreams of that marathon. But yeah, big thanks to both our commentators, Melqui and New IT Guy, and big thanks to both our trackers, Cyberian and Luke Fagan. And also thanks for our runners for this race. And also a big thanks to Papi for doing the French restream. Always appreciated. So yeah, that's it for us for tonight. Thanks everyone, and see you later. Bye.
Thanks for having me. See ya.
Yeah, thank you for joining for an interview. Always appreciated.
Take care.